Hey, Tim Frisch with A Frisch Perspective, just to give you a little update here on Pastor John MacArthur and Grace Community Church's situation. They did have a court appearance this morning, from what I understand, in relation to them being charged with being held in contempt of court because they're not following the health order and they're continuing to meet indoors on Sundays in spite of that health order. I really don't know officially what the outcome of that hearing was as of right now, but I did want to give a little update because JENNA Ellis, the attorney for Pastor MacArthur and Grace Community Church, did tweet this. My only comment to the court in the hearing this morning, where LA County is trying to impose contempt on John MacArthur for holding church in America, the Constitution is not a sideshow. She goes on, the county's attorney actually said that our arguments for GCC, the Constitution, and due process are a, quote, sideshow. It was offensive to the foundation of America and all we stand for in law and order. The overt abuse of government powers by petty tyrants is blatant and un-American. So from the standpoint of MacArthur's legal counsel, the issue is the Constitution and the church's constitutional rights to be able to meet and exercise their religion freely. From the California government's perspective, this is about a health order and the protection and safety of the community. So these are two very different perspectives and ways of looking at the situation, and that's why this keeps coming to a head. But I think she makes a really powerful point that if we're talking about the Constitution, you cannot call that a sideshow. That is fundamental to who we are and the rights that we have as Americans. And obviously our religious freedom is very, very important in our country. And so we do want to protect that. That's one thing that definitely is at stake here from their perspective. And I know a lot of you would agree with that. There are some people in the comments that are saying, no, this situation is too dangerous for people to be meeting indoors. But Pastor MacArthur has pointed out multiple times that if you actually look at the statistics, it doesn't seem like the health risk is as high as what we're being told. So I think we really have to keep getting back to what are the actual numbers, what is the real risk, and we do need to hold our government accountable. If they're going to put restrictions, they need to be able to prove that those restrictions are justified. I really think that's what's this whole situation is coming down to. JENNA Ellis's tweets don't really clarify exactly what the outcome of the situation is, although she does say LA County is trying to impose contempt. So you get the sense that they are trying to impose contempt of court, but how much they're actually going to be able to enforce it, we really can't say at this point. As I pointed out before, as Pastor MacArthur has pointed out, the LA Police Department really doesn't want to have anything to do with this situation. They have actually told him that they enforce the law, not arbitrary public health orders. So I'm really not sure what the court is going to say or what the court is going to do. But her bringing out that this is a constitutional issue, to me, says that maybe this could go up in the court system. I'm really not sure how all of that works, but it wouldn't surprise me if this keeps going along in the court system, and perhaps it could be a Supreme Court case, because we are talking about constitutional issues. So that applies to more than this specific church's situation in their context in California. I think this really ends up having to do with the whole country and how churches and the government relate to each other in this country. So that's the simple update I wanted to give you right now. I know it's not a whole lot, but that's what I've heard so far. If I hear any more information, I might be able to give that to you either later today or tomorrow morning. I'm really not sure if we're going to hear more before Sunday, but I just wanted to share that with you and share some thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think, as always, in the comments below. Just try to keep those comments positive and edifying to discussion. And as always, thank you so much for listening to what I have to say from A Frisch Perspective.